Hi there, all you Yuulo subscribers, and welcome to this week's podcast. I'm back from a break and delighted to have Jaysella back in the chair in Studio 11.
Howdy, Barney. Hope you had a good bit of time off.
Yeah, sure did. Jace,
Well, you're fully rested now after a pretty long stint on the podcast, so it's back to work for you.
right, thanks. So what are we on this week?
Well, more about next week, really, when the E-Boar Festival gets underway at York. But before then, the Arqana Sales are on at Deauville, where, of course, Marie-Francoise is in residence this month for the Festival de Barrière Deauville.
So what's your interest there, Jaysella?
Well, Barney, you've probably heard me banging on about the Gaiath youngsters coming through and how highly I rate them. I mean, to me, he was the flat horse of 2020. So I've been keeping close tabs on those that are coming through. And there's a link to the E-Boar Festival next week because the Juddmonte International was the last Group 1 he won, is that stellar season, before Aidan O'Brien's Magical just beat him in the Irish Champion Stakes before he went to stud.
Yeah, I remember that. And what a race it was.
Sure was Barney, the best flat race globally in 2020, according to the IFHA, who decide these things, and of course again last year, when City of Troy was the outstanding horse for the Longchamps Award.
Okay, so a bit of an important one then.
Yeah, Barney, but before we look at this year's renewal, the reason why I'm going on about the Arqana Sales is that By Eads' first set of yearlings are offered up.
And that's significant, Jace.
Well, I thought that By Eid was the best miler I had seen since Frankel. I mean, Gaiath, the season before, was always a 10 furlong colt. He just got into a beautiful galloping rhythm and could take the finish out of anything and beat Magical in the Juddmonte before going down to that mare in his final race. But By Eid, I wasn't sure if he'd get the trip, but by golly he did, making it 10 from 10 at that point, and he demolished that field. Mishriff was 6.5 lengths back in second, and William Knight's fine old servant, Sabuska, back in third at 100 to 1 to 100 to 1 factorial. By the way, he's going to get retired at E-Boar next week, and what a brilliant job he has done for connections in what will be a 60-race career. So I will be keeping a close eye on the By Eid progeny coming through over the next 3 years, and see if, like Frankel, the fillies come to hand a bit earlier than the colts.
Yes, that's really interesting, Jaysella. So what about this year's renewal?
Well, number one, I'm hoping to get up there to see it. I know that the Mandarin's going to try to get there too, so if the weather holds, that makes for a great day out. And I can tell you, Barney, this is one hot, hot, hot renewal. So, let's go through this field. No field of gold, I guess, so that means Ombudsman is the John and Thady Gosden number 1. And I agree with that. Keep Field of Gold to the mile for now and give Ombudsman the chance to exact revenge on Delacroix from the Coral Eclipse at Sandown Park.
So, you think he's coming back to level the score with Delacroix?
Yep, I really do. I mean, Sandown is a bit of a taxing finish, so coming so soon after the Prince of Wales's at Ascot's Royal Do, just 17 days later in that heat, I'm sure that played a part in Delacroix getting upsides of him. And my reckoning is that Ombudsman is getting revenge here.
Right, Jace, that's what you think?
Yep, Barney, I do, and I know that Aidan O'Brien has won this plenty of times.
Yeah, he's got 7 so far, right?
Yeah, and the 3-year-olds have been doing well in that, but despite the weight allowance, I'm still thinking Ombudsman can win. In fact, I've already taken an anti-post on that result.
You seem pretty sure, Jace.
Well, Barney, I don't think that Delacroix might be the main problem. It could be that See the Fire likes coming here. I mean, look back at her run in the Middleton Stakes back here in May. 12 lengths she took out of that quality field. And she gets £3 of Ombudsman as a filly too, so 2 from 2 could well become 3 from 3. Just saying.
Okay, Jaysella, noted.
But there's more, Barney, much more. Cos Shogo, Yasuda has brought over Danon Desile and Henri Francis. Grafford's Darris is still unbeaten, and one of those in that could be anything category.
So, all in all, a good race then?
A great race, Barney, and I hope to be there to see it. But of course, we'll have to wait until the declarations later this week. But I reckon all these 4 are going to post, and my money is on Ombudsman. Already is.
Okay, Jaysella, Thanks for the heads up, and I'll be getting my bet on when those declarations come out.
Of course, if the 4 we have talked about are still in at the final stage, then an exotic looks tempting to me.
Why, thank you, Jaysella, and I hope you have a great day up on the Knaves Mire next week.
Thank you, Barney. I'll say ciao for now.
Yep, ciao for now. I'll be looking out for you.